So I just logged in because I wanted to farm some money, but look at what I just realized. My 2 increased storage spaces has been removed. Apparently it's a buff you get. I don't know why you get that. But that means that I have just lost 2 full storages worth of materials. Now I can't remember what was in those storages, but I'm quite sure there was at least a few blessing scrolls. And when I say few, I do actually mean quite a few. So, I mean, this is just so frustrating. I'm fuming, man. It's so frustrating. You know, it's not like I lost any of the like really big and important stuff. I mean, whatever. It kind of pisses me the most off that I'm not entirely sure what I lost. But I'm pretty sure that I lost quite a lot of stuff that was worth something. And I just wanted to sell it later. Alright, so the focus of this video is going to be pretty basic actually. I'm gonna try out a few different methods of earning gold in the lower levels. The first farm that we're gonna try out is gonna be the classic farm, the orc mid hunt for Metin2. So I'm gonna go for 1 hour and I'm just gonna see how much money can I get. And of course there's tons of variability here. Sometimes you're gonna get like a huge drop, sometimes you're not gonna get anything really, but the first one we're going to try out is going to be the Metin2. So let's see how much money we can make in just about 1 hour. You can see that I bring my buffer around with me. It's not because that she's really doing anything. I'm even the wrong buff spec, right? I'm the healer spec. But I'm bringing her around just because I wanted to level her up. The idea is to get her to level 25, so in case we need some more gold, we could run the engagement ring quest on her as well. That's at least a guaranteed 50 KK there, so that's pretty valuable to do. Now, of course, my gear is pretty decent, but besides my level 26 armor plus 9, I really don't have much defense. Of course, we also have the level 41 shield plus 6, which, I mean, it's okay, but not really that much. And the bonuses that we do have on the level 26 armor is some fire resistance, which apparently doesn't really do much in Orc Mid, as they are mostly wind. So my gear is okay, but not that good. And that's also why you see me constantly running around and trying to survive, because once the big spawns comes, I need to get away, and I also need to kill the archers, because if I don't, they're just gonna run me over. Of course, my spells are still M1, and you know, tons of stuff could still be optimized, but it's a decent farm, and it's definitely doable with the weapon for young heroes, plus a little bit of decent gear. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have farmed for just about an hour, and it is now time to see what we got for it. Alright, I really wanted to use the raw footage, but I was rambling so much, so this is me from the future. So the orc mid farm went okay. We got 13 stones, which we do sell for 600k each, so that's just under 8kk. 7.8 I think. But we also got some Snake Tail Plus, and Snake Tail Plus is worth just around 10kk if you're lucky. Now I was making the shop early and I didn't have much time, so I just put mine 2 for 15kk, which is still excellent, you know. So that means that from 1 hour of farming Metin2 in Orc Mid, we made just about 37kk. Not terrible. And remember, we also got a few skill books that I did not sell here, but they were all trash. I think I got 4 or 5, and I would sell each of them for just about 200k. So you can add 1kk or a million if you really want to. And remember, you can get lucky. Aura of the Sword goes for just about 15 mil as well. So there's potential here, but I don't think it's the most profitable. So let's head over to farm number 2. So farm number 2 is nothing unusual and it's nothing new. It's just the energy fragments farm. I just wanted to see exactly how much money can you make from this. Like, we have estimated it in some of the earlier videos, but here I wanted to see exactly what can we expect. Now, when I start the clip, I have just around 26kk in my inventory, so we need to make sure that we subtract the amount of money we spent on daggers to make sure we get a fair estimate here. But I do this energy fragment farm for just about an hour. In case you don't know about the farm, you go over to the weapon dealer and then you purchase these level 36 daggers, and then you just drag them over the old guy here, and then he gives you energy fragments. And you can sell these energy fragments in bundles of 200, and they go for just about 6kk. So yeah, I mean, there's really nothing special here. I'm just gonna do this for an hour and I'm gonna be, back with the results. To my great surprise, I found another new player. His name is Carlos, and he was trying to figure out how to make money, and so I kind of just had to help him there. We chatted a little bit. I told him about some of my earlier videos where he can, see how you do the engagement wing quest and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just super nice. In these videos, I love to highlight the new players because it's unbelievable how many new players there is in this old ass, terrible game. I love Metin, but it's a bad game by most standards. So I am so surprised to see how many new players there are. But yeah, we chatted and I showed him around, and man, Carlos, he's a nice guy. So I just want to shout out to Carlos real quick. Alright, so the 1 hour of farming energy fragments has concluded, and I got 10 stacks, which I'm pretty damn excited about. I sold them for 6kk for 200, so that means that we make 60kk in total. Now, I put up a shop right after this, and they were sold instantly. Now, of course, let's not forget, by the end of this, I had 13kk left in my inventory, which means that we've spent just around 13 million on these daggers, which means that our total profit is going to be 47kk for 1 hour. That means you can make just about 1 in 2 hours, which is okay, I guess. Alright guys, so you're not gonna believe this. So I was logging in just to hand in my stockings, and then someone asked in chat if the moonlight event was on, and yeah, it is actually on. So right now I'm gonna be farming some of these. I'm gonna do it partly FK because I don't really have time to do it, but I'm gonna do some studying here on the side and just have this auto farm, maybe pot a little bit, and then make sure to pick up the moonlight chests whenever I can. Now, I don't have double drop, I don't have anything like that, and I don't think that orc is a specifically good place to farm this, but this is what we have to do. So I'm just glad that we can do another farm for the video. So let me do 1 hour of moonlight farming as well. You can see it's currently almost free. We'll have to see. I was told by Bonsai, the guy that helped us in the last video, that each of these is gonna be around 1 million, 1kk. So as I'm editing the video, I realized I'm not really giving a lot of information about what the moonlight event is. So the moonlight event was totally unannounced, just something that some game master decided that, oh, we're gonna do this for an hour or 2 or 3. I don't know how long it carried on, but I did it for an hour. The event is basically, you can get these chests from killing random mobs. And I went to Orc Mid because those mobs are just about my level, and I believe that they are the ones that gives me the most XP, but I'm unsure. So I was killing the Orc Mid monsters for just about an hour, and I got 16 Moonlight treasure chests. Now, as I said in the clip, the Moonlight chests are only worth 1 million apiece, so I only got 16kk from that farm. So it turns out it was actually terrible. Now, there is probably a few reasons that it went so bad for me. Most likely I was farming in the wrong spot. I am pretty sure now, afterwards, that if you are farming in an area where there is more mobs, well, where the mobs have a higher probability of dropping something, the odds of them dropping a Moonlight treasure chest is also going to be higher. But it's trial and error, and we're just doing it as good as we can. So 16kk from that Moonlight treasure chest event. Not too good, really. All right, we have arrived at the temple. So one of my viewers recommended the Aura farm. So we go in here in the temple, with 2 pickaxes, and we try to see how much ore can we get. Sadly, my pickaxe got deleted when I lost my bank space, so that's super sad. But I bought some new ones. I also leveled this guy to level 30, so we can do it on 2 accounts simultaneously. And then we'll have to see how much money we can make, and if it beats the energy fragment farm. And I really hope that it does, because my god, it's boring to get those fragments. Okay, so I'm gonna start the 1 hour timer now, and we'll see. So yeah, let's go. I have made it almost all the way up the mountain, and I have finally found another white gold ore. I hope it's worth something. I have also, as you can see, picked up so much random stuff. I might need to drop some of it. It's just that when I see all these helmets just lying here, could you imagine if I pick one of them up and it has like 10 fire? I would become so incredibly rich. Look at that, my first dual mining session. Yeah. Alright, so I mined for an hour, and when I went into Metin alerts to see how much does a stack of a certain ore sell for, I was very uncomfortably surprised. It turns out no one is selling these ores. And I do mean no one. Not the diamond one, not the white gold one, so I mean, that was what? But I had an idea. I once saw on a video that you can take these ores over to a special guild alchemist, and then you can turn it into something else. So we're gonna head out and try to see if we can find one of those white gold alchemists guys and see whatever we can get. Yeah, it's also important to say that every single guild place have to choose what kind of alchemist they want. So it can either be a copper alchemist, a diamond alchemist, so 1 alchemist per guild per ore. So that made it extremely difficult. I was searching all over Blue Kingdom, and there was no one making these white gold alchemists. So, oh my god. I then headed over to the mountain to try to go to the red area to see, well, maybe there is someone. So maybe there is someone who has made a white gold alchemist over there. Now on the way I found 2 ores, which I made sure to just grab, and luckily for me it also took me over the 200 stack limit, so now I can also try to see if I can find a diamond alchemist. Now I'm gonna spare you some time, but the Red Kingdom was completely empty as well. There was just, well, there weren't really a lot of guild alchemists, and the ones that were just the usual ones like amethyst and so on and so forth. But no diamond alchemist and no white gold alchemist, so that was very sad. I then headed over to the Yellow Kingdom, where I finally did find a diamond alchemist, which I can try on. But before I show you that, I want to show you this guy who wrote to me. So this was Droshk, or Drosh G, I'm sorry about your name, buddy. He just wanted to write to me and say that he is a fan of the videos and he really appreciates the content. And man, let me tell you, I appreciate that you are writing to me. That's excellent, thank you very much. He told me that he just got into Metin again because of the videos, and I can only encourage that. So if you're watching and you're trying to decide if you should give it a go, do give it a go. But please remember, the game is a grindfest, and it is, you know, don't expect another World of Warcraft, of course. But yeah, big ups to this guy for writing. We chatted a little bit. I asked him about the auto hunt system, and he said that he actually likes it. And I agree, the auto hunt system is pretty damn decent, because it does in fact allow you to explore more of the game, and you're not, you know, bound to killing boars for 10 hours straight. So yeah, just a quick shout out to Mr. Drosh G, or Drosk, for writing to me. That's excellent. Thank you very much. But I finally found an alchemist that would be able to make our diamond ores, and yeah, there's a 60% chance that it succeeds if it is the right alchemist. You can actually use all alchemists that there are, but if it's not a special diamond alchemist, there's only 30% chance that it succeeds, whereas if it's a special diamond alchemist, there is 60%, so you definitely want to do that. Only one of the 2 succeeded, so that's unlucky, but I looked up and it's just about 8kk. I'm probably gonna sell mine for 7. You know, I like to get stuff moving. So yeah, overall, I mean, we could do the calculations if you wanted to. We got quite a bit of gold ore, we got some clam ore, we got the diamond ore, we got we could make the calculations, but overall I don't think that this was very profitable. We probably made between, I want to say, between 20 and 30 kk if we just assume that we could continue grinding throughout the next hour, so we would have 200 of all of the ores that we needed. I should also say real quick that for every 100 pieces of ore you have one attempt of getting these of making the ore into the special stone that you want. Now, I was pretty certain that you needed to trade in some stones, like a +0, 1, 2, or 3 stone, when you made these adjustments, when you tried to make these upgrades, but it seems that they didn't take my stones, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there. I should also note for reference that my pickaxes were extremely low leveled, and I assume that the higher level your pickaxe becomes, the more ore you can expect to get for every single hit on the ore. So it seems that the best way to get gold is going to be the energy fragments, which is also by far the most boring one. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I tried to make it as informative as possible, but I took a long time filming this, so I'm sorry. So look at this. We have 2 days and 4 hours left of our level 40 sword, and we're only level 44. So I need to get to level 50 at least in a hurry. I have also bought these bamboo skin shoes. I'm going to show that in the next video probably, but I have. I'm going to try to see if I can get any type of wood of better earrings, and then I'm just going to go straight to V2 and start training now, because I'm in a hurry here. So the next video is going to be all about leveling, and it's going to come out hopefully a bit quicker. We'll have to see. But thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.